What's up, party people in the place to be? Let's get straight to it. Wolf Warner here with the report. Ownership stats. This could change the game right here. Setting it off Lamar Jackson, 81% owned, y'all. All right? If you want to make a difference in this game this week and you got another quarterback, because everybody coming with Lamar, 81% owned, man. Interesting. Next up, Aaron Jones, 78% owned, party people. If you want to make a difference, you may want to come with a different running back, man. Think about it. 78% people own Aaron Jones. This is our league, too. This is last chance league, y'all. Last chance. Next up, Tyreek Hill, 71% owned in the last chance postseason fantasy football challenge. Think he's the number one receiver. He coming out there for everybody tomorrow, 71% of our league. Let's see. I can't wait to see some of these game changers, man. Who could be possibly next? Yo, George Kittle is owned by 65% of last chance contestants. He's coming out this weekend. 60% owned? Wow. Over Travis Kelce? Interesting. Well, about the same. 65% owned Travis Kelce. So, will we see double tight end sets this week? With Kittle and Kelce? Are dudes brave enough to do that and sit one of these receivers we're going to see coming up in the next clips? What you going to do? Next up. Yo, D-Hop, 63% owned. Look like he's coming out here with Tyreek Hill. If you got two receivers, man. Wow, 63% owned. Guess we'll be seeing a lot of D-Hop in lineups this weekend. So where's Devontae and all? Man, this is going to be crazy when people put together their lineups. D-Hop look like he's going to be in a lot of them. Next up. Owned by 63% of contestants, Big Derrick Henry. So, it's looking like if you got running backs, looking like the chalk play, chalk meaning who the majority is going to go with, is Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones. With Ty Hill, D-Hop, Lamar Jackson, Kittle, Kelce. Wow. What's up with this one? Y'all holler at me in the comments. You coming out here with Mark Ingram? 60% owned, but he a little dinged up. That calf strain could be a problem. What you going to do with that? Let me know. Next up, there we go. Devontae Adams, owned by 59%. I'm surprised at that, but I guess nobody really believed in Green Bay, man. Playing Seattle at home is going to be cold. Are you bringing Devontae Adams out? He could be a game changer. Next up, oh my! Look at that picture. Patrick Mahomes throwing that against the Raiders, my beloved Raiders. He probably threw a 1,000-yard touchdown. Anyway, he is the next quarterback on the board after Lamar, man. Do your due diligence. 57% owned. Next up, yo, Dalvin Cook. You mean to tell me only 48% of owners have Dalvin Cook? Wow. That's game changer stats right there. 48%? Interesting. Next up, Tyler Lockett, 44% owned. Seemed like he was the hot receiver from Seattle coming in, but DK Metcalf rode top shot it to the top spot, man. So, or carried him to the top spot. So DK is owned. I guess dudes are gonna still have to use him, man, if you have him. Next up, this is a sleeper pick. Deebo Samuel, owned by only 40%. But you would have to sit Devontae, D-Hop, Ty Hill, Kittle, Kelsey, Tyler Lock, etc., man. Next up, 37. These numbers are getting lower, y'all. These are the game changers right here. Raheem Mostert. But you got to sit who? Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, Dalvin Cook. You got the guts? Let me know. Next up, 36% own Damian Williams, Kansas City Chiefs. He is a game changer right here. Look at the percentage owned. My goodness. But you got to sit down one of your studs, man, in order to let him rock. Wow. He's key. Next up, talk about a key player. Russell Wilson, only owned by 25%. I know it's cold. I know it's Green Bay. But you know what? It could be a classic matchup between him and Aaron Rodgers. Who knows, man? Russell Wilson has weapons. We shall see. You coming with him? Next up, wait a minute. Only 25% of owners own Mark Andrews. Oh, my goodness. I think he's coming out here. I know he ain't played week 17, but that was a maintenance issue. I believe he's playing. He's money at the goal line with Lamar. Wow. Next up, Stephon Diggs, who totally killed dudes last week with that 4.7, man. Will he redeem himself this week? He's only owned by 15% of owners, man. Those are the owners probably in last place, but Stephon Diggs, redeem yourself this week. Next up, oh my goodness, the MVP of the league last week, man, that would be DK Metcalf. Only owned by 13% of owners, and it's 75 of us, man. So when he blew for that 29, 30, whatever, it carried Top Shata to the top, man. My goodness, 13% owned. Bring him out again. Next up, A.J. Brown. Most people sat him. Only 13% own him in the league. But will you bring him out this week if they stack the box against Derrick Henry? Can A.J. Brown get off this week? We're going to see if Marcus Peters can earn that 30 mil. Sleeper pick, A.J. Brown. Next up, oh my goodness, only 9% of owners have Aaron Rodgers on their roster in our league. No one believed this year in Green Bay, huh? You know Kansas City versus Green Bay is the first Super Bowl ever, right? 100-year anniversary. I'm just saying. Next up, this is only 7% of owners in our league have Deshaun Watson, man. It's hard to bet against Deshaun, man. He money when it's crunch time, man. Let's see if somebody gonna bring him out, if they got the guts. Next up, Emmanuel Sanders, only 5% owned. Debo is the trending receiver on that team. I hope dudes ain't forget about Emmanuel Sanders. He will light you up too. And Minnesota's secondary is not that real. You feel me? Next up, Adam Thielen, another receiver that helped dudes out last week, but only a few dudes, because only 4% own Adam Thielen. I think he came down with an illness. Anybody got the guts to bring him back out this week? We shall see. Next up, oh boy, 4% owned tight end Jacob Hollister, Seattle Seahawks, man. I don't know if he's coming out this week, but dudes, like 3 teams got him, man. 4% actually have him. They better start him or else it was a wasted pick. Next up, Mecole Hardman. 3% own him. He is a big play game changer, but I don't know if anybody really got the guts to put him in their lineup. But if you're losing and you're behind, like in 60th place, and you got Mecole Hardman, might as well throw him out there because dude puts up big numbers when he catches the rock, man. And he's only owned by a few of us in the league. Next up, even less, 2% on Marshawn Lynch. I guess like 2 people got him in the league. Let's see if they bring him out. But if he gets busy against Green Bay's suspect run D, it could change somebody's score. Word. Next up, 3% owned. These are all the game changers coming down the stretch. I know they're not in really order or whatever, but single-digit dudes. 3% owned, Carlos Hyde. Came in handy last week with like 10 to 12 points. Let's see if he could do it again against Kansas City. Who knows? Next up, another sleeper pick. This is Travis Hausmer of Miami Cane fame. Catching balls out the backfield for Seattle, 3% owned. Let's see if they start him. I don't think so, though. So why is he on your team? Anyway, next up, 44%. We get into the kickers. Justin Tucker looks like he's going to be on almost half of the rosters since everybody lost Will Lutz and Nick Folk last week. Justin Tucker should be the number 1 kicker coming out for people this week if you have him on your roster. Next up, we're going to see a lot of Baltimore defense, I guess. 40% owned in the league. Yeah, because New Orleans is gone. I think we're going to see a lot of Baltimore tomorrow. Interesting. Because there's other defenses out there, too. Let's see if you got them on your team. You're 18. Next up, see, Harrison Butker, 35% owned. So we're seeing that if teams don't have Justin Tucker, more than likely, they got Harrison Butker. I love this. Next up, San Fran D, 37%. Should be the number 2 defense out there for people after the Baltimore Ravens, as the ownership stats show. Oh, I love looking at these numbers. It's incredible. You can go to it on the site too. You can check this. Next up, look at this. Jimmy Garoppolo, only 17%. Are people going to bring him out? Will he shred Minnesota? My goodness, he could be a sleeper pick. All San Fran players, man, could be sleepers. They might, I don't know, man. Next up, sleeper defense. The Kansas City Chiefs have been playing much better ball over the second half of the season. I know they lost Thornhill, man, but I think they will bring the heat to Deshaun. They give up like 10 sacks a game anyway. So Kansas City Chief defenses, people I think are going to plug them, the 11% that owns them. Crazy. Roster construction was critical. Next up, only 7% on Seattle Seahawks defense against Green Bay. In Green Bay, if that's the only defense you have to start them. Hopefully they do something for you. You need Clowney to knock out Aaron Rodgers like he did Wentz with the spared him. Next up, Jacoby Myers, 4% owned, Seattle kicker. Tennessee defense, 3% owned. Not much to say about that. They could be sneaky, but I think Lamar going to go crazy on them. This is not Tom Brady and the Patriots offense, my friend. I don't know how many people are going to really bring them out. 3% owned in our league, though. Like 3 people. And finally, 4% owned Ryan Tannehill. I dare somebody to bring him out tomorrow in your start. First of all, who are the people that have Ryan Tannehill? I'm going to check to see if they started him last week. With that being said, Wolf Warner, out!